The New York Times just made a bombshell report on UFO disclosure. Authors Ralph Blumenthal and Leslie Kean claim that we have recovered an intact alien craft. The article contains two main sources. The first source is Harry Reid. Harry Reid was a main source of the first disclosure article by the New York Times in 2017. In this article, Harry Reid goes on to claim that he believes that craft have crashed on the United States soil and that recovered materials from these craft have been studied in secret for decades, often by private aerospace companies. There's a direct quote from him as follows. After looking into this, I came to the conclusion that there were reports, some substantive, some not substantive, that there were actual materials that the government and the private sector had in their possession. The article also uses Eric Davis as a source. Eric Davis had been a member of Robert Bigelow's NIDS team, the National Institute for Discovery Sciences. There he studied phenomenon on Skinwalker Ranch. Eric Davis was also a contractor studying UFO phenomenon under the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. In March, he gave a classified briefing to a Department of Defense agency where he briefed them on retrievals of off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. He also briefed the Senate Armed Services Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee in 2019. Interestingly enough, in these polarizing times, this subject is one that can actually get bipartisan support. Marco Rubio, a Republican and head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, along with Mark Warner, a Democrat and the co-chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, have both gone on record stating that they are very concerned with these phenomenon and find these claims very credible and interesting and believe that we need to get to the bottom and release the findings to the public. The article ends with a quote from Harry Reid, where he reiterates how important it is for the public to know the truth about these recovered craft. This article does not actually give us any proof, though, nor does it tell us when we could expect further disclosure. But is that all to the story? No. I'm Rather Be Squidding. These are very exciting times for people involved in the UFO community. Please subscribe and follow me as I try to make sense of it all. The Wilson Leak. In 2019, 13 pages of classified notes were released to the UFO community. These notes were purportedly made by Eric Davis in 2002. Davis has not confirmed the authenticity of these notes, but various researchers like Richard Dolan and Keith Basserfield have given very credible analysis on why they believe these notes are legitimate. After reading the New York Times article, these notes seem even more credible. The main claim in these notes is that in 2002, Eric Davis had a meeting with Admiral Thomas R. Wilson. In this meeting, Wilson explained that he knew of government programs studying and trying to reverse engineer recovered alien craft. However, he went on to state that he could not get specifics into these programs as he was not in the need to know, despite his high rank and clearance credentials. The reason for this, he claims, is that the recovered craft were not in the possession of the United States government. Rather, they were recovered by a private aerospace company, one that has kept it under wraps to this day. And this actually lines up very well with the New York Times reporting. The same language used in the leaked notes of off-world craft not made on this Earth is the same language used in the New York Times report. Additionally, in the New York Times, the senators allude to private aerospace companies doing this research. They also allude to challenges uncovering the real information and making it public. All of this would make much more sense if the United States government was not the party in actual control of these craft. So, if this is true, who has these recovered craft? Bigelow Aerospace probably pops immediately to mind. Eric Davis was involved with Bigelow through NIDS, and Bigelow and the company is obviously quite involved in this type of research. However, Bigelow Aerospace is a relatively minor player in the whole aerospace field. If true, I suspect that a bigger company like Boeing or Lockheed Martin that has kept this information under wraps deep within the secrets of their organization. Of course, the real question is, will we ever get proof? This recent New York Times article is a good step in actual UFO disclosure, but it does not actually give us any concrete evidence. Hopefully, with articles like this, the public perception around these activities will change, and people in the know will be emboldened to leak documents without fear that they will be ridiculed. Although progress has been moving slowly since the New York Times initially broke the UFO disclosure story in 2017, it is encouraging that we are making these steps, however small. As always, I'm Rather Be Squidding, and I'll be here trying to make sense of it all. Thank you for listening.